Story time!
Story time.
It's story time. Okay, the story for today is Accelerated Math 7, Chapter 6, which is percent.
Yeah.
Who was that first person?
Nathan.
This person and somebody was second. And this, okay, they get points, you know that. Alright. Okay, so we're going to use the box method. The box method means we have the percent here on the second part, right? This is amount. I don't have much room here. This is part, and this is whole. And this is always what, Mr. Dillon? What always goes in the bottom right? Right, but what does it say? On the bottom right. Yes, 100. Good. Okay. So how do we fill out the rest of it?
So you get you put your 40% on the top right corner.
Good.
And then you put your amount 30 on the top left corner.
Excellent.
And you put what you don't know, your x, on the bottom left corner.
Good. Now how do we write our proportion?
You multiply.
Not multiplying, I want to write the fractions first. Okay, so what do I write?
30 100
over x equals
40
100. Good, you got it. Fantastic. Okay, let me move this up so we have more room. Now we're going to cross multiply. I'll just put little... Whoa!
What happened to that 40?
My 0 had problems. Sorry, 0. Okay, there we go. So now we're going to go zip and zip to multiply. Alright, what do we get? 40 times x, right?
Yep.
Okay, 40 times x equals 30 times what?
30 times 100.
Yes. Okay, so then we get 40x equals 300, and then we get
3,000.
Oh, 3,000. I knew that. I totally knew that. Okay, divide by 40 on both sides, right? What do we get?
We get 75.
75?
Yep.
Is that the answer? Because I didn't do it. Awesome job.
Over-exaggerating.
That was great. Okay, excellent. So let me show how to do that with the equation method instead of the box method. Okay, equation method means we use the percent first. So 40.40 times 30, right? Oh no, we don't know the number we're taking the percent of, do we? Equals 30. There we go. The is means equals. So we're going to divide both sides by 0.40. 30 divided by 0.40. I'm going to assume if you punch that into your calculator, it gives you 75.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Did anybody do that?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm going to get rid of all this text here. How can I do that? I grab it all. Grab text, grab text, grab text, grab text. I'm going to move it because I need room. There we go. Alright, who wants to do number 2? Awesome, come on up. Do you have a code name? What is it? Non-existent pair of shoes. Did you make that up? Okay. Did you get points, by the way? Awesome. Come on up. How many points? Oh, you got to give 10 for YouTube. YouTube is big time. Okay. Help me out, Mr. Non-existent pair of shoes.
Okay, so for number 2, you should start by converting 15% to a decimal.
Which is?
0.15 hundredths.
So you're going to use equation method?
Yeah.
Cool. So 0.15.
And then you multiply that by the 28.
Times 28.
Yeah.
Equals?
4.2.
Okay, if we're using the equation, then we put an unknown
for
the right side. Okay, and then what does it equal?
4.2.
4.2 equals x. Okay? You want to put an x for your unknown but I understand what you were doing, right? Because if you just put equals 4.2, you're not using the equation, really. Okay, thank you. All right, so other method, box method. I don't have to write all the things, but I'll just say it, amount, percent, part, and whole. Okay, it's always 100 down here. What goes up here? 15, and then part and whole, what do you say?
28 goes in the
Bottom. There we go. And now we have x over 28 equals 15 over 100. I always want to reduce first, so if we divide by 5, we get 3 over 20, right? Okay? So 3, oops, that's a terrible 3. 3 over 20. All right, we can't multiply to get 28 over there, so we're gonna have to cross multiply. That's no fun. Okay, so 20x. 28 times 3. I don't know what that is. Did anybody do that? 28 times 3? That sounds good. 20x equals 84. Okay? Then we divide both sides by 20, and I'm assuming it's going to be the same answer, which was what? 4.2? Okay. Any questions? We good? So, does Mr. Pass care which method you use?
Yes.
No. You could use the whichever method you want for any of them, and as long as you're doing it correctly, I don't mind. Do you have a code name? Code name? What?
Butter solid.
Did you just make it up? Buttered solid?
Solid butter. Solid butter.
Okay, come on down. Alright, 12 is what percent of 32? How'd you do it?
I did x times 32 equals to 12.
Okay, hold on. So you're using the equation method?
Yeah.
So the percent times 32 is equal to 12. Yep, that is correct. So, yeah. Wait. 12 is what percent? 30. Yep, that is absolutely correct. So then we divide by 32 on both sides. What do we get?
We get 0.0 or 0.0375 or no. I think I did it wrong. Maybe
I got 375.
0.375, which means we turn that to a percent, which is 37.5%, or we could round it to 38%.
38%.
Excellent. All right, let's give him a hand. Okay, let me do it the other method, just for funsies. Yep. All right, so here we go. I'm going to do the boxers. Okay, and we've got amount, percent. This is always 100. Part and whole. So 12 is the final. Oh, no. Percent of 32. So 32's here, 12's here. What percent? So 12 over 32 equals x hundredths. All right, we can reduce, can't we?
Yes.
Let's divide by 4. What do we get? We get 3. No, we can't divide by 4. Only 2.
We can do 6.
Mm-mm. Oh yeah, I was right. I said yes, and then I said no. So 3 over 8. Yeah, 3/8. But 8 still doesn't go into 100, so we've got to cross multiply. So 3 times 100 equals 8x. 300 equals 8x. Divide by 8. Divide by 8. And that should be 37.5. Quick. In basketball last season, not in a basketball, Chris made 30% of the baskets. At this rate, how many baskets will he make if he attempts 30? So all you need to do is find 38% of 30. 0.38 times 30 equals x. What is that, guys?
Times it. 0.3. Wait.
11.4?
It's just 11. It's rounded to the nearest whole number.
Right, round to the nearest whole number, so it's going to be just 11. Alright, now I'll use the box method. Although I hate using the box method for word problems, but hey, some people love it. So, amount, percent, part, and whole. Okay, 38%, that's easy. And then we say 30 baskets, but we haven't taken the percent of it yet, so the final, I think. Is that right? For 30's on the box. Yeah, I told you I hate using the box method. But people that use it all the time, they know how it goes. We're looking for 38%. We're looking for the part out of 30. So you're right. So then you get x over 30. Who saved me there? Christian? Is that you? Cameron. Thank you, Cameron. Too much Santa Claus going on. Never mind. Plus, it was Christian's jacket a minute ago. Okay, so we're going to take this by half, make it smaller. So we got 19 out of 50. We still can't multiply across. How come we can't multiply across on any of these problems? Well, I didn't write the test. Okay, 50 times x equals 30 times 19, which I don't know. Did anybody do that? Huh? Thank you. 570. And then 50x. And that makes sense because it's a little over 10 times bigger. Or more than 11. So x equals 11.4, which rounds to 11. Yay! Alright, number 5. A skateboard costs $185. If this is a sales tax, if this sales tax is added, what's the total? So this is one, again, guys, be really careful. You have to add it after you do it. Don't forget to add it in, right? So 125, I'm going to do the quick way. 0.0825 times 125 equals what? I don't know yet. Do you guys know? Well, what is that percentage? Anybody know? Nobody knows. 10 point what? 10.31? Okay. So that's $10.31. We're going to add that to 125. So, oops, I did it. I did the thing I told Dylan not to do. I know, right? 10.30 what? 31. Okay, now we need to add that to 125. So it's $135.31. I don't want to. Don't make me use the box method. I don't want to.
Do the box method.
I don't want to. Okay, but 125 is going to be on the part or on the whole? Does 125 go on the top or bottom?
Top.
Are you sure? He's super sure. Does 128 go on the top or bottom on the box method? Who's using the box method? Raise your hand. Okay, so I'm just going to do that in case people are super box method peoples. Okay, so put 100 here. 125 is on the bottom. We're finding the 8.25%. Right? Of 125. Alright, I don't feel like finishing it though. Just say hi. Yeah, just say hi. Alrighty then. Noel's helping us on number 6. Pick a color, any color.
Okay. Green.
Green. Thank you. Okay, what do you want to do? How can we solve this problem?
Can I do a proportion?
Yeah, she's going to do a proportion, so I'm going to write down my little square here. Thank you. Maybe we should put that chair there.
The percent.
Percent here. And what goes on the left side?
The part.
No. Amount. Thank you. Okay. What about here?
The whole.
This is part and whole. Right? And 100 always goes where?
At the bottom right.
Bottom right. Good. Okay. Let me just move this percent over so it's not squishy. Okay. Go ahead.
So it says of the 40 students in math class, 55% were girls. How many boys were in the math class?
Yes, ma'am.
So I put 40 students on the bottom left.
Okay. 40 students on the bottom left.
And then I put the percent, which is 55 on the top right.
Okay.
And then I put X for the top left.
Cool. Do we agree? Is 40 the whole?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
So I multiplied
Wait, let's write it first.
X over 40 equals 55 over 100.
Mm-hmm. Now let's reduce it first, which will be helpful, but your number's okay. But we want to reduce it. So we're going to divide it by 5. We get 11 out of 20. Hey, that makes our fraction super easy. This is the first one, by the way, in this test that makes the fraction easy. 20 times what is 40?
2.
Times 2. So times 2, and all we have to do is times 2. So our x equals
22.
22. Is that what you got?
Yeah.
Awesome blossom. Of the 40 students, how many boys? So the answer is 22. Let's give her a hand. Woo! Yes. Well, you can do the next one, but first I want to do it as a equation problem. Why are you raising? Okay, so the number of girls is 22. That means the number of boys is 40 minus 22, or 18. So our final answer is 18. Who fixed our answer on that? It was used. Do you guys have a code name? Tomato. What? Tomato strikes back. Is that from the internet or did you just make it up? That's excellent. The tomato strikes back. Alright, now I'm going to do it using equations because I think they're easier, but hey. Okay. Now, you can subtract from 100 on the percent, and that'd be 45%. Right? 45% of 40. But I'll do it with 55. So 0.55, we always start with the percent, times 40 equals, we don't know yet, question mark. So when you put that in your calculator, you will get 22. And then same thing, we need to subtract and get 18. Alright? Yay! Okay, I'm the only one that's yay. Alright, everybody say Arnold cheese pickles.
Arnold cheese pickles.
Very nice. Okay, what color, sir?
Yellow.
We can't read yellow, that's a highlighter.
And purple.
Purple. Okay, a laptop computer is on sale for $300. This is 60% off of its original price. What is the original price?
Well, I would do a box method.
Okay.
So 300 goes on the top left.
300 is on the top left.
65 goes on the top right.
Okay, hold on. Alright, so 100's down here. What do we put up here?
Yes.
35. And why?
Because when you take 35% off, there's only
65% off.
Yes. I'm sorry if you didn't hear that last part.
When you take 65% off.
When you take 65% off, there's only 35% left.
Right. Now, is this an X right here because we don't know it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. X. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So,
and then do 300 times 100.
well, no, we want to write it as a proportion.
Okay, 300 times 100 equals.
No. Want to write it as a proportion. As fractions.
Is it 300 over 100?
No.
Is it?
300 over X, right? So these things
Okay.
equals
Then 35.
over 100, right? You understand what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay, now we should reduce this, by the way,
Simplify by 5.
by 5. So we get 7 over 20. Does 7 go into 300? I don't think so. So we have to cross multiply. Okay. Does anybody have 300 times 20 ready? That should be 6,000. That's pretty easy. So 300 times 20 equals 7x. 6,000 equals 7x. Divide by 7. Divide by 7.
6,000 divided by 7 is
0.14. Okay, so $857.14. Now, does that make sense? Well, 65% off is more than half, right? So if we started with 857 bucks and we took more than half off, does 300 make sense? Yes. So an answer that would be like 450 would not be high enough. Okay, let's give the cheese pickles a big cheesy round of cheesy applause.
Thank you.
All right. So now I'm going to use the yes. Okay, but I'm going to use the equation method here. Now, a way that you could do it with using the 65% at first, the only way to do it would be like this. 1x, which is the original amount, we don't know what it is, but we know that we take that amount and we subtract 65% of it. Okay? Equals, which is 65 times it, equals 300 bucks. Now, what's 1 minus 0.65? 0.35x. So even though it's the only way to actually use 0.65 in the problem, but you end up just writing 0.35 anyway. Okay? I know it's a little tricky, but hey, that's what accelerated math is. Well, that's what makes it so fun and exciting. Alright, so divide both sides by 0.35, and you will get the same answer, which is 857.14. Alright, any questions? Okay, do you have a code name, young lady? The Paco Taco? Okay, Paco Taco, come on down. Alright. A laptop computer is on sale for 300 bucks. Do you want to read the rest?
This is 65% off its original price. Wait.
We just did that
Yeah,
one.
we're on the next one.
Oopsie daisies. Go ahead.
Find the percent of change from 24 to 39. Then state whether the percent of change is an increase or a decrease.
Okay, go ahead.
So, to
Pick
find...
a color.
blue?
Blue. Go ahead.
So, first you would start by subtracting the two numbers. So, 39 minus 24. So you don't get a negative, which is 15. And then you do 15 over your starting number, which would be 24. And that equals 0.625.
Okay, I just wrote that wrong. Excuse me, over 24 equals
0.625.
0.625.
And that equals 62.5%.
Right, so I would say 63%, but 62.5% is correct. And you have to state whether it's increase or a decrease.
So it'd be a 63% increase.
Yes, sir?
Yeah, wouldn't you just leave it?
You always want to, I saw some people in the last test write like 8 decimal places out. That's never necessary, guys. To the nearest hundredth is good enough for anything. So I'll mark it right either way because I'm not that particular. Okay. All right. Okay, Joe's Sporting Goods. Should I do this myself real quick?
Yeah.
No. You want to do it? All right, come on down. Do you have a code name? The Lemon Meister. You ever had lemon drops? Those are delicious.
Sure.
You've never had them?
No.
Well, they're delicious. You want to get closer to the mic,
Okay.
unless you want to be loud. Okay. Would you like me to read it, or you want to read it?
I can read it.
He's reading it.
Joe's Sporting Goods buys snowboards for 125 each and marks them up by 275%. What is the markup and what is the selling price?
Making money over there at Joe's Sporting Goods store. Okay.
So, first you would multiply the price that he bought it, which was 125, times 2.75, which is the percent put into a decimal.
Very good. Now, guys, pay attention to that. You move the decimal over twice. I know this accelerated math, you guys are like, we know that, but hey, it's a little tricky, right? If it's over 100%, then it's going to be more than a whole number, 1, 2, 3. Like 400% would be what number? 4. Would be 4. Okay, go ahead. So that's correct. That equals?
343.75.
Awesome. Okay.
And that is the markup.
That is the markup.
And to
Right,
get
so they asked for both.
to get the
They
selling,
asked for the markup and the selling price. So I'm going to go markup with my fancy schmancy highlighter. Okay, and then what?
to get the selling price, you just add it to the price he bought it for, which is 125, and you get 468.75.
468.75. And if anybody knew that Joe was marking it up that much, they probably wouldn't buy it at Joe's Sporting Goods. All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Much better. Wow, that was good. All righty, we are on page 2. Where's the second page? Whoa, I moved it down when I moved all the other stuff down. Okay. Oh no, that was supposed to be there. Yeah. So problem number 9, it's a typo kind of because I changed the numbers, and this says snowboard. Okay. You want to do it, young lady? Get points. Okay. Yes, ma'am. You want to do it? All right. Come on down. Do you have a code name? Okay. She's the Lucky Charms. Okay. After a month, Joe wants to sell the rest of the snowboards at a 35% discount. Using the selling price that we have, what is the discount for a snowboard? And how much is the sale price? Okay.
So you multiply
Speak a little louder. Thank you.
you multiply 0.35
0.35, good, times
times
whatever that price was. What was it? It was 468.75. Okay. 468.75. Now, by the way, could you do 0.65 times it? Yeah, that'll be only one step. Okay, 2 steps is with this. Okay, so what do we get? I don't know.
164.1. Like that's when it's rounded.
Well, but that's 10 cents though. So was it 164.1 what?
It was 0.06.
Oh, 0.06, so let's do 6 cents because it's money, okay? So we've got that amount, and now we need to find the sale price. So are we done?
No.
No. What do we need to do?
We subtract that from the from 468.75.
Right, and what do we get? Let's see. Did you you guys get 304.69? Yay! Alrighty. Excellent job, Lucky Charms. Man, we're zooming through this. Are you giving points to everybody, young lady? Awesome blossom. Christine deposited. I'll just do this one quickly. Christine deposited $1,200 in her savings account at a rate of 3.5 for 3 years. So simple interest. All you really need to do is multiply 1,200 times 0.035, and then times 3. You can do it all at once too. So, does anyone have the answer? 126? I think that is correct. Anybody else do it? Yep. Is that what you got? Cool. Huh? Awesome. We have 3 people that got it. The same answer. Yay! Now you could have just done these 2 first, got your answer, and then multiply times 3, but you can also do it at the same time. This is too much fun. I want to do another one by myself. A used car sells for $5,500, which is 40% decrease. What is the original price? Okay, so let's see. Is this one where we have to subtract as well? No? Yeah, so we have to subtract 40% from 100, right? And use 60%. Okay. So we're going to say, since the final answer is 55, that goes after the equal sign. So we're going to say 0.60 or 0.6 times question mark equals 5,500. Okay? Divide by 0.6, divide by 0.6, and we'll get our answer, whatever that is. Anybody know? 9,166 and 2/3 dollars. You're right. You're right. 9,000. No, 9,166. All right. So let's see. What was the original price? So I want to make sure that this is right because I feel like these problems are a little tricky. So I'm going to work backwards just to make sure. So I'm going to go, if 9,166.66 or whatever is the original price, then if I multiply it times 0.6, it should be 5,000. Yeah, it's a tiny bit under 5,500. Or I could do 0.4 and then subtract. Yeah? This is the correct answer. Okay. All the way from Marsh Island, we have Marshmallow. All right. So get close to the mic, please. All right. You want to read the problem?
Okay, Michael borrowed $8,000 to buy a car. His monthly payments were $295.33 for 3 years. What is the simple interest rate?
Boy, this looks familiar. We had a whole bunch of problems like this in the book, huh? Okay, so help us out.
Okay, so first, what we do is
there's a lot of steps to it. First step, anyone want to help her? Yeah. Right, multiply to find the total amount he paid. Okay, so that's what?
Okay, so we do $295.33 times 3.
No, because it's monthly payments. How many months?
Oh, so 3 times
3 years.
So times. So it's how many months?
Yeah, because he pays that every month.
36.
36. Yes. Okay? So 295 times 36 equals $10,620. $10,620. Eh? Well, how come that's not what mine told me? Alright, let me see if I'm wrong. 295.33. I must have typed something wrong. You're right. 10,631.81. That's weird. I don't know. I must have typed one little character incorrect. Okay, six. It could be. It's the cursed calculator. Alright, and 88 cents. Okay, cool. So, now what?
Okay, now we subtract.
Yes, we subtract to find out the interest. Because that's not the interest. That's the total. So we need to subtract 8,000. So I'm going to do that. Minus 8,000 is 2,631. Yeah, it's just 2,631.88. Okay, cool. Okay, we're going to end a little early today. We'll just finish this. So 2,631.88. So now our equation is the missing percent times 8,000 times 3. So much better. Equals 2631. Good. Okay, now is our other step. So that's going to be x times 24,000. Now what?
Okay, so now you divide that by 24,000. So to isolate the variable. To isolate the variable.
Excellent. To isolate the variable. Okay, now we're going to get an excellent answer. I can feel it. 7.9? You mean 0.109? Okay, so 11%. Okay. All right, now let's test it out. So 8,000 bucks times 0.11% equals 880 bucks. And if that's for 3 years, it's 2640. So we rounded. Yeah. So there you go. That was our super problem right there. All right. Bye, YouTube. But oh my! I put Happy Holidays. Mr. with not a code name, come on down. All right. How do we do this problem number 14?
We first gotta take 380 divided by 0.40. What we get is 950.
Okay. But how did you set up this problem? Did you set up an equation first, or did you just figure it out?
I set up an equation.
Okay, what's our equation?
380 divided by 0.40.
Wait. Alright, so using an equation, we're going to use the percent, which we don't know yet, times, oh no, we do know the percent, I'm sorry, 0.4 times the number we don't know is 380. Once we find that number, we're going to multiply it by 2. So dividing both sides by 0.4, that's how we find what Gabe had. Okay? And that will give us, your clue, your keyword, guys, is. Because is means equals to. Like if I say, I don't know, the amount I have in this bank account is, it would be equal to. Bank account equals. You guys get it? So is always stands for equals. So if is right next to a number like 380, that's going to be the one by itself after we get our answer. Anyways, that's the trick. Okay, now after we get 950, then we want to find 200% of that number, which means times 2, which is 9. What is it? 900?
1,900.
Alrighty. Okay, anybody want to try number 15? No? I can do it. Want me to do it? Oh, come on down. Do you have a no, I do not? Okay, should I call you your actual name? How about AP?
Why?
I don't know. Sounds like this. Wait. Alright. Ah.
So it was number 15.
Yes. The price of a bike is. You want to read it?
No, you can.
I can read it. The price of a bike is marked down from $550 to $395. Yay! We don't have to pay full price.
Yes.
What is the percent of change? Round to the nearest whole percent. Go ahead.
So first you have to do 550 minus 395
Yes. Now, why are we doing that?
to find how much it changed.
To find out how much it changed. Exactly.
And it's 155.
155. That sounds right to me. Okay.
And then you have to do x times 550, which equals 155.
Oh,
So-
you did. I usually just divide. But
Oh,
yes,
okay,
so
yeah.
x times
No, 550.
x times 550. She's making an equation out of it. Equals
155.
155. Then we divide both sides by 550. I usually just think when I'm finding 155 out of 555, I just make the fraction and divide.
Oh.
But yeah, so
And then-
x equals something.
28%.
28%. Well, it's not
Well,
20,
it's
it's 0.28,
Yeah.
which is 28%. Okay. Now, was it exactly? I just stabbed myself in the eye.
That was LEA on the button. I had to round.
Was it 0.27 something 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 something?
No, 0.28, like
It was
1 to 8.
0.281.
8.
8. Like that? Okay, good. Alright, is this the last problem or we have two problems? Dos más. Okay. Who would like to do this one? Great chance. It's 10 points each problem. Right, CA?
Wait, how many? Is it number 16?
10
Wait, how
points
many
each.
I'll
10
start.
points.
I'll start.
Great opportunity.
LEA said she will do
I'll
it.
do number
I'll do
7.
it, but I'm not done with it yet.
You're-
LEA said she.
Number 7.
LEA wants to do it. What, LEA?
But AH already. Okay, let me do this one quickly so we can get through the YouTube video. Elizabeth's birthday dinner cost this much money plus tax of this much. The family also plans to leave a tip of this on top of the total bill. So they've got two. So we're going to do the first one first, find that answer, and then do the second one. So, $95 plus tax. So first of all, we need to calculate it. 95 times 0.075. And what is it? 95 times 0.075 is 7.125. So $7.13. We'll round it up. Okay? Now, we need to add that on before we do the second part. So, $95 plus 713 is going to be 102.13. All right, now we're going to multiply it by what? Anybody? 0.22, Batman. Holy percent. Bat D. Willikers. Batman. He's got a Batman stuff he's wearing. Okay. So 102.13 times 0.22 equals to $22.468. So we're going to round up to 2.47. So 22.47. Are we done? We are not done because we have to add that. I heard two people say it. We have to add this to the amount we already had, and then we'll be done. So let's see, what do we get? Well, I don't want to, that's too much work. I'm going to use the calculator. 102.13 plus 22.47. $124.60. Okay, number 17. Do you have a code name? How about trumpet? Alright, Dodgers? This way, because we know it now. Okay, so 90 over 100, but now on the left side we have 7.20 over x. Okay, good. Now we're still going to reduce our 9 over 10. We're going to multiply 10 times 7 too. That's easy. Right. 9x, which is $72 equals 9x divided by 9 divided by 9. Hey, I know what that is. So actually, yeah, it's $8. So the original price of the novel was $8, but they're not asking us for the original. They're asking for after it was marked up. 8 plus this markup. Yeah, $15.20. Yes. So 8 plus 720 equals $15.20. And that's it. Do you want to use the equation method though? That'd be awesome. We could have both.
Sure.
Okay, so let's do the equation method, Mr. Braden. Which, by the way, is very closely related to our proportions because we go 1 times 2 equals 3, right?
Yes.
Yes. So you had, is that what you had? 90, 0.9 times x equals 720. Right. Yeah. Okay. And so for me, it's not as confusing because I know the final answer is 720. I always put that here. Okay. Divide both sides by 0.9. And on a calculator, that's going to give you the same answer. 8. Okay. Any preguntas? Any questions? No? Okay. Bye, YouTube!
Bye!